Hello and welcome to SKTV. This is Primetime English News. As usual, first, the headlines. Meeting convened by Ministry of Home Affairs in Delhi for ministers and MLAs of Meitei, Naga and Kuki communities resolves to appeal to all to shun violence and prevent further loss of innocent lives. KNO and UPF support Kuki MLAs participation in centre convened meeting but warn against discussions with Meitei MLAs without consulting Kizo CSOs. Total shutdown called by various outlawed groups against Manipur's merger with Indian territory on October 15, 1949 affects normal life in state. And Meah Chba to be observed on October 17. Only indigenous communities will be allowed to participate, says Meah Chba Thongsiluk Sanakono. And now the news in detail. In a first major step toward peace for the ongoing violent crisis in Manipur, a peace talk involving legislatures belonging to Meitei, Kuki and Naga communities, which was initiated by Minister of Home Affairs, was held at Ministerial Hall in 20 Subramaniam Bharati Khan Market, New Delhi today. The meeting reportedly started from 1:30 p.m. and lasted for about 2 hours. The much anticipated meeting was reportedly attended by 20 MLAs belonging to Meitei, Kuki and Naga communities. Among the Meitei MLAs and ministers, Speaker of Manipur Legislative Assembly Thokchom Satyabrata, Works Minister Govindas Konthokjam, Education Minister Thonaujam Basant Kumar, Agriculture Minister T.H. Biswajit, Health Minister Dr. Sapam Ranjan, MLA Thokchom Radhesham, Laurimam Rameshwar and T. Robindro attended the meeting. NPF leader and Minister Awamang Nyumai, Mao MLA Losi Diko, Ukhrul MLA Ram Muiva were among the Naga MLAs who were present in the meeting, while Horticulture Minister Letpao Haukip, Minister Nemcha Kipgen along with 2 other Kuki MLAs were among the Kuki legislatures who attended the meeting. BJP leader and Northeast in charge Sambit Patra reportedly presided the meeting. Even though the details about the meeting could not be ascertained as it was a closed-door meeting, a source who attended the meeting confirmed with SKTV News that the meeting was fruitful and it was carried out without any conditions. The source also informed that there will be another round of meeting. Meanwhile, the Union Home Ministry has released an official statement stating that the meeting unanimously resolved to appeal to the people of the state belonging to all communities to shun the path of violence so that no more precious lives of innocent citizens are lost. The meeting is crucial as this is first effort of centre to facilitate Meitei, Kuki and Naga MLAs to sit down together for a dialogue after Kuki MLAs have so far abstained from attending any assembly sessions that were carried out during the ongoing crisis. As MLAs belonging to Kuki, Meitei and Naga communities met in New Delhi today, Kuki national organizations KNO and United People's Front UPF, which are under suspension of Operation Pact with the government, had issued a diktat to Kuki MLAs to address the concerns of Kizo people during the meeting. In a press statement that was issued yesterday, KNO and UPF maintained that Kizo MLAs need to attend the meeting as it was initiated by central government. However, the two militant groups directed Kuki MLAs to keep a steadfast standpoint on the demand for separate administration in the form of a union territory with legislature for Kizo community. It also warned Kizo MLA against engaging in direct discussion with Meitei MLAs without prior consultation with Kizo civil society organizations and general public. They asserted that any meeting between Kizo and Meitei MLAs is unacceptable unless the concerns of the Kizo public are adequately addressed. KNO and UPF also directed Kuki MLAs to hold a press conference following the talks in order to inform the public of any significant outcomes. As Kuki, Naga and Meitei legislatures met in New Delhi for peace talk, Aam Aadmi Manipur State Unit had cautioned against any attempt to fragment territorial integrity of Manipur. Speaking to media persons at Manipur Press Club today, Activity Coordinator of AAP Manipur State Unit, Bishwanath Thingam, expressed concern about the prospect of the meeting. He said that it would be a good step if the MLAs are meeting to resolve the ongoing crisis. It would be ideal for MLAs to set prior condition that assures safety for territorial integrity of Manipur.
Anana yanaraga leiraba wafam amada shanti puraknaba natraga tangdu leitaba hanjinnanabagi ni haiduna wari sanabiba oibiragadi September gi tang 1949 da iningthau Maharaj Bodha Chandra Singhabu major agreement sign tawon ki bagum hanna yanaduna leiraba tongan balengak amma sagatpagi adugumba yanasi amada sign tawonnabagi damat MLA sing invite tawbirakpa oiragadi anisuba major agreement ama oiragadra haibagi singnajaba amadami party gi Manipuri maikaida phaujai maitai mutba natraga muttaba haibase ngasi thanagadoriba wari asigi makha poli maramasina tungi mirol gi damak yengbiraga wari sabiba changi haibasi masu amadami party gi maikaida gi thamjage.
On the other hand, all Manipur Muslim Organization Coordinating Committee (MOCOC) had expressed hope that the meeting convened by Ministry of Home Affairs in Delhi for ministers and MLAs from Meitei, Naga and Kuki communities will help restore peace in Manipur despite concerns that it is overdue given the violence that began on May 3rd last year. However, the committee raised a significant issue that not a single MLA from Meitei Pangal community was invited to attend the meeting, which they view as a concerning sign of marginalization. During a meeting at Amokok's office at Hatta Water Supply, President S.M. Jalal emphasized that while they hope for a constructive outcome, the Meitei Pangal community, which has coexisted with others in Manipur for generations, will not remain silent if the discussions threaten to fragment the state. Jalal questioned whether the Manipur government has a hidden agenda behind excluding Muslim MLAs and called for unity among communities, urging that no group should be marginalized in future dialogues. He announced that a letter would be sent to relevant authorities in the Indian government regarding this matter.
Kuki amasung Meitei community anigi marakta thoiba suma violence asigi shanti oiba adumba waroi silama puraknanabagi damakta thengabashu thengna Bharat leingakna khongthang ama laukhalaktana nasidagi Kuki gi MLA sing aduga Meitei gi MLA sing ama di Naga community gi aduba MLA khara yauna wari sanabagi khongthang ama lakpase akhoi Pangal community gi maikaidagi akhoi taramna oi aduga tung koina chatnagadaba akhoi punamaki oiba coexistence ki adugumba waroi silama lakpa dialogue ama oibo oirasanu.
The total shutdown called by various outlawed groups to mark Black Day in Manipur has significantly disrupted daily life in the state. The shutdown was imposed to commemorate the controversial merger agreement signed by the King of Manipur on October 15, 1949. Markets, including 3 Ima markets, Pauna and Thangal, were closed, impacting the local economy. Educational institutions and banks also remained shut, while petrol stations were closed and public transport was largely absent, leading to a sharp decrease in commuting at Kanchipur, Singjamai, Khurai Lamlong and Kwaketil markets. Despite the shutdown, no major incidents were reported, although police had stepped up security measures across various districts to maintain order. Convener of Meah Chba Thausilup Sanakonung Mutum Maniton has announced that the Meah Chba ritual designed to promote unity and strength within the indigenous community will take place on October 17. He maintained that participation will be restricted to indigenous communities. During a press meet held at Department of Art and Culture office at Palace Compound today, Maniton reiterated that non-indigenous people will not be allowed to take part in the ceremony. The event aims to enhance unity and harmony among the indigenous communities of Manipur while educating the younger generation about the historical relationships between hill and valley populations. Leaders from 23 indigenous communities along with 120 cultural troupes will participate in the celebration. Among these, 9 groups will showcase hill performances, while others will present traditional dances from Andhro, Wangbrel Sugnu and Anal Chanu, including the Leima dance, Pena and Pung Cholom. The event will commence at 8 a.m. starting from Sanakonung and proceed towards Kangla, where the Meah Chba flag will be unfurled. Following this, a Yenkong Tamba ritual will be conducted, featuring an exchange of gifts among the hill and valley communities. The Meah Chba ceremony will then take place at 12:30 p.m. with the presence of Manipur Chief Minister Nongtomam Biren and Rajya Sabha MP Ningthau Leishemba Sanajawba.
Sei kudingi pangthokpa Meah Chba thoram Meahgi Tramangani panba Mr. Pangthokpado hantaksu pangthokjagani Manipur State Government amasung Sanakonung khusamnaraga sumba Meah Chba thoramji pangthokjagadoibani October gi tang 13 da akhoi thoramji pangthoknanaba akhoi sinba langba ayamba loisillae sub committee nipan thongna khaidokjaraga sumba thoramji akhoi pangthoknanaba sem sajabani akhoi yelhomi jingi oiba thoramnina handaki pangthokkadaba thoramjida maruoina yelhomi jingda ayamba akhoi dong chabaji pijaraga yelhomi sing khakti oiba thoramji pangthokani yelhomi na tabasing akhoi invite tawjedre yelhomi community je akhoi sorana sum pajabada akhoi kulhumdoi gumbaji akhoi thengnajai segi khitang helaga ju kunipan gumba hai tare hauji phawuda akhoi yelhomi community si kunga ma thoini thoi se akhoi confirm oijare do confirm oigdaba khara amaju akhoi leiri ana hayeng bogdadi loina confirm tawgane na khali ana yelhomi si gi manungda akhoi no ji phawda confirm oijari biji Tangkul akhoi confirm tawjare Thangal confirm tawjare Pongmai Thangam tawjare Mau tawjare Maram tawjare Rongmai Jemi aduga akhoi Inpui Kabui aduga Anal Maring Moyon Lamkang Sothe Tarau Koireng Aimol Kharam aduga Kom Chiru Monchang na singba singji akhoi jifo confirm tawjare.
Human rights activist Jodha Haikrujam has reported that he presented a detailed account of the ongoing crisis in Manipur to UN Human Rights Council during its 57th session, which took place from September 9th to October 11th, involving representatives from 191 countries. Speaking at Manipur Press Club, Jodha also clarified on the false propaganda propagated by Kuki community to Western and European countries against Meitei community, misrepresenting the situation to undermine the Meitei community. He urged the public to provide support and motivation to counteract these efforts that pose threat to the integrity of Manipur.
Koki singna mogi jalingam project tana na bhona rakpa amadi drug cartel mogi drug ki fopigi fund dagi moina ammunition lairaga sophisticated weapons siznaraga lan tawdana asi fawda khogi India sakana yengduna laribai mohong haibana chingba se khogi Prithvi da laiba khogi UN gi Human Rights Council gi session da laiba 191 country gi members singda khona United Nations Human Rights Council gi session da mari chumba thami aduna United Nations Human Rights Council gi khogi fact finding team thabiraklaga khogi human rights violation tawda amadi drug cartel gi magi network sing se muthanana bagi adu investigation man tawna ba khogi Manipur da hojik thatara te survey rang asi athu matan da loisana ba madi peace program ba UN da meeting changmina ba kayamsu haijarami.
JAC against the suspicious death of Yelam Subhaschandra Singh has announced Bund on October 16th, that is tomorrow, along Tidim Road, demanding a probe on the death of Yelam Subhaschandra alias Nauton, who was found dead on October 6th in Assam's APTC Dergaon, where he was undergoing training as new recruit for IRB. Speaking to media in this regard at the office of United Protection Committee Nambol, co-convener of GAC Naurem Ganga said that Manipur government has not given any positive response to the demand of a probe in the death of 29-year-old Yelam Subhaschandra of Nambol Municipal Council Ward Number 1, Khajiri Maninglekai under Kontokjom constituency. The GAC was compelled to call the Bund as government has failed to give any positive response. The Bund will start from 5 a.m. and continue till 5 p.m. However, emergency services and medical emergency will be exempted from the purview of the Bund.
October ki tarik tarada Nambon Khajiri Maning Likai Talaiba Yelam Subhaschandra gi misi gi matang dai khoina Manipur gi lenga ki mathakta memorandum kaya pisan gare adu banga sidi Manipur lenga na madu thabak to oina onthorak trabani na khoina lenga ta thamgiba numit mangani gi matam pije ki bani numit mangani gi matam ado tarik tara manga da surabani na khoi tarik tara taru asida tidi ban taujagani maramdi asiba aksang ase khoi ta sengna maki di Manipur sarkar na hat pani haina khoina yamna haksina je sina lojei aduna sarkar na thabak to onthorak trabani na khoina sangsiliba khongsang asida fatanungda tawdaba yadaba kayama thola taragasu pumnama ase Manipur sarkarna madugi daita lawgadabani misi asigi langlalangsin chap chana Manipur sarkarna pibi daba taragadi haji phawba pibi gani haibegi wafamsa thamdre pi gani hai piroi haibegi wafamsa amata leitabani na aikoina tarik tara taruki ayuki pung manga dagina numidang wairam pung manga phawba khoina tidim ban tawba asida khulak leirona rebada leiriba tidimgi akoibada leiriba sangstan sing organizer sing pumnamona saruk yabiyu haiba wafam ajuga thamjari.
Advisor of Ichkab Kom Village Authority M. Mangtholar Kom has expressed serious concerns regarding an attempt by around 100 Ichkab individuals to forcibly establish settlement at Ichkab Kom Village. Speaking at a press conference on October 14, Mangtholar stated that erection of stones by Ichkab community to mark their territory is unacceptable and has led to heightened tensions in the area. He stated that a confrontation prevented Ichkab from entering the village. He also condemned the assault of L. Resemdar Kom from Tarung, who came to attend a meeting at Ichkab Kom village by members of Ichkab at Lemram after he was abducted. Emphasizing the historical presence of the Kom community in the region, he urged both the government and public to investigate the matter thoroughly. He urged for an end to oppression of smaller communities by larger groups and stressed the importance of maintaining peace and harmony within the region.
Khungi ayaba yaudana de taramari thatara lisingani kunmari numit asida nung yungnaba sem sabagi damakta mioi chama hena lautuna khungi ayaba yaudana khun anauba lingkhatkani haiduna tauba asi aikhoi parajana yati adudagi DC staff police laklaga section of BNSS 163 rule asi order tauraga masigi matu inna makhoigi aningba thoram adu pangthupa ngamhidre aduna komgi khunja paraja na yaba pihidre aduna khunja amadi el resemlar kom mapagi maming el resuthang kom gi machanupa asi lemaram maningda pharaga tamthina phuraga aikhoi ijum komgi paraja mi oina awangba thakta condemn tauri.
Dead body of a 33-year-old man which bore multiple bruises and wounds indicating extreme torture was dumped at Kurkul Primary Health Center under Sekmai Police Station by some unidentified persons last evening around 4:30. The victim has been identified as Laisham Johnson from Laipam Kuno Mamanglaikai under Lamphel Police Station. The unidentified persons dumped the body at the PHC and left quickly. Following an inquest by a team of forensic science, the dead body has been deposited at RIMS mortuary. However, the motive behind the assault is yet to be ascertained. Meanwhile, people today took out sit-in at Sangakpam Kaithel against the killing of Laisham Johnson from Laipam Kuno Maninglekai. GAC against the brutal killing of Laisham Johnson and torture of Ilam Roshan was constituted, demanding justice for the deceased person. Speaking on the sideline, convener of GAC Mumbijam Bimol expressed sadness over the incident which led to the death of Laisham Johnson and injury to Ilam Roshan. The GAC has decided not to claim the body until it receives justice. The GAC stated that government must bear all expenses for treatment of injured persons and also submitted a memorandum to Chief Minister N. Biren in connection with the killing.
Laisham Johnson Koba Miwama Kanagumba Kambu Karana Korakamasi Hato Kirpa Amadi Elam Rosan Haiba Miwa Silapam Kuno Maninglakai Haiba Miwa Sibuna Tantina Purapa Koi Ahumni Amasamina Bama City Ratam Puragadum Tadorpane Adubu Makoi Ahumse Maran Lairamba Yai Madugi Tapsaba Magi Mihatina Hataki Mauta Dokchanabagi Tanzama Tibidana Head Hato Pirapasi Jesina Yam Kandem Tawia Kandamonda Masigi Asum Marangi Tawam Topa Wayan Tataba Bizar Sathabiu, Amasung Masiki, Sapsava, Langla Lanjin Putoti Bawadi Akoi, Asiba Masalo Jagiro Haina, Siki Makai de Gakoi Tamzari.
phone tawna mana phone tawna kan ta ta ho ni mana ti swai ram de mana ta kai no bu lang ko mu ta si ana ta hai ram de hai ko ina hai pi ta ho ni ai ma ai di moi thaba ki ti dum chali bai ni ai khang de ba ma ai tu cha bu ke khor ge mana bai ta hai ram de chalam da ge ma tan da ma ge nu pi tu thaba ma ta to ke na thing na de ram tak bu ni ai ba kai ro ma hang ni ai na hang bu ni ai tu khang de moi tu kan ta dai da dai ke nu ta ta ke ai gi sa hat ma mi dum tu pi ro ma mai ga da gi sa gi ma ran ka di no isa na lan ma ka ya le ke su ma ku mu ka ta la ga la tham bi ra ma ni la ka na ni sa no ma ku mu sa ka la ga ma ma le bai go da nang ina sa gi ma ran tu ki ta pu ta bi no ne ku na bi ra mo ma mai pen ke ma pa pen ke asuk tham ni na mo na pu ra ga sai ra ya ma mai bu su wa ro ka ni ya ko ra ka ni ma mai do.
As part of the hunger strike, protests by junior doctors demanding justice for postgraduate trainee doctor of R.G. Kar Medical College and Hospital, Dr. Abhaya, Indian Medical Association Manipur State Branch staged a protest today. Senior and junior resident doctors along with staffs of RIMS and GENIMS under the aegis of IMA Manipur State Branch staged a protest in front of RIMS OPD block today in presence of Medical Superintendent Dr. Nepram Sanjip. Speaking to media persons, President of Indian Medical Association Manipur State Branch Psychiatrist Dr. R.K. Lenin said that the tragic incident that occurred at R.G. Kar Medical College, Kolkata has sent a shock wave to all the doctors, nurses and medical institutions across the country. The protest also demanded for immediate justice.
Judiciary oiro natraga lengaki oiro laiba response amna friendly and amna fast process amada pamba rape and murder habisili am thuna fast track court kumba amada akoina tahon janing ba haitare akoigi lamdam sida toina thokpa violence against the health care setups violence against the doctors di yam toina thoyeba masi si doctor gi moral natraga nurse gi moral haina thibadi madudi akoigi keno nate heba adudi inquiry commission amana puthoakanda moral leramaga su magi punishment pinanaba akoigi rule procedures chap chana leijeba masida akhoi na ekta thugaiba yakaiba fuba sining chit thamba sidi akhoi gi lepa ki miam sida maroi na akhoi appeal tawjaningi mase akhoi na tawjari base laisang dona akhoi di miam sibu seba tawba isor gi seba tawba dona khanjari bane haba ko aduka karigumba mioi bana magi seba tawba mioi bamna thabak tawba chama da chama sungsoi soi bi dabanga me haiba sidi puri ba mangon da su ai hangjageba madi kam gadra ba seba tawjari ba mi du da mu phubi ba hatpi ba chebi ba haiba sidi mioi be gi minung sigi madane nai chauthongna haijege workplace singsida yamna secure and santi oina thabak tawbangam nabagi tanja do amuktang di pibi oina puning changbi u wakal thadabi oina ai pena appeal tawjari ko.
Meanwhile, Students Association of GENIMS and resident doctors GENIMS took out a sit-in in front of OPD block GENIMS. 7 doctors from R.G. Kar Medical College, Kolkata, who used to work with Dr. Abhaya, have been on hunger strike since October 5th, demanding justice. Speaking on the sidelines, convener of IMA Students Network Manipur State Branch Ningthaujam Dinesh mentioned that the protest was carried out under Indian Medical Association Manipur State Branch in support of the demands by fasting doctors. Dinesh further said it is unfortunate that there has been no justice in the more than a month-long case. The nationwide hunger strike was carried out today from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. He also demanded an inquiry committee be set up at all hospitals to deal with any threats to hospitals and to hold elections to students' unions at the earliest and to meet all other demands at the earliest.
Kolkata da laiba R.G. Kar Medical College da resident Dr. Nupiamabu amchina hatopi khraba matungda ami hanjilaklaba case asi asi phawba justice phangdana laiba adugi mayokta college adumakta da laiminaba Dr. Singna haukiba October ki tang manga dagi hauduna chidri phawba sara henbi hungdang tangchen dana lakpani Dr. sara heliba sing asina dima nipan ka state government amadi central government da moigi address tawi moigi demand adubu support tawbo oina mokoina thamliba demand sing adu khoidasu apply tawbiraganda India pumbada laiba Dr. Sing asibu kai khumnabu unhanba amadi hariba demand sing asibu tu matamda sarkarna natraga maileinaba department singna demand sing asibu bibiduna Dr. Singgi yuebagi punsi kanaba honajariba sing asida support tawbiba amadi kai khumnabu bagi step amani haina lawjagi haibagi demandni.
A team of Bishnupur District Police arrested 3 individuals yesterday who were allegedly involved in torching the SDO office Kumbi during a protest rally march by Meah Chba on September 26th. According to police, the arrested individuals were identified as Moirangthem Ajay Kumar, age 22, Wahengbam Prabhakar, age 27, both hailing from Kumbi Thonglekai, and Kumantem Jesper, age 23, of Kumbi Ishing Chaibilikai. They were remanded for 4 days in police custody for legal actions. All Manipur United Fish Farmers Association, AMUFA, has urged government to host Fish Mela this year with the aim to support fish farmers in the state who have gone through various setbacks due to flood and ongoing crisis. In a press note, AMUFA maintained that fish farmers are facing immense hardships due to the prevailing situation. However, fish farmers are making every possible efforts to meet the demands for fishers in the state and to reduce import of fishes from outside. Therefore, holding fish fair will encourage farmers in the state to produce more fishes and to give a platform for public to buy indigenous fishes at reasonable prices. Wangu Laipam Primary Health Center PHC observed its 46th Foundation Day. The observance was organized by Hospital Management Committee and was held at the conference hall of the PHC. Chairman of the committee L. Sarad, MO in charge of the PHC L. Inaucha, advisors of the committee L. Khelachandra, A. Maimu, along with doctors, nurses, lab technicians, paramedical staff, A&M and nurses of Health and Wellness Center attended the program. Speaking in the program, MO in charge L. Inaucha expressed satisfaction on the way the PHC is fulfilling the health care needs of the people in the area despite the shortage of staff. He said the hospital is trying to fulfill the required 2 ASHA workers for the center. L. Inaucha also urged doctors, nurses and staffs to continue working with dedication and to continue serving the people.
PIC ne khana lakti over as etinena hospital ne khana lakti ni huni mari get me to loitini una tana ra kaisa masin ji kamani henkat pe ya ke haibam asa wat padaki jaga khara mikok thi bde se thadore kana na tv tu no miro bi kya lai ke deiti anang ta ka ta kana lai ke tv no lai tamina thakat ya damina ko ji sa ba mum chi de ka thu salu harani sondna patient yaman dana sam be sond pro engine namre.
Kangleipak Progressive Farmers Association KAFA has conveyed its World Food Day message emphasizing the importance of food production and the theme Right to Food for a Better Life and Future. The association highlighted the global need for healthy eating habits to ensure well-being both now and in the future. KAFA also pointed out that Manipur alone suffered losses amounting to around 300 crore rupees in the agriculture and allied sector in 2023 due to the ongoing unrest. A press release sent out by KAFA has urged people to adopt hard-working attitude to prevent food shortages. The association's president Shyam Kuman called for collective decision to reduce reliance on external food sources and promote local food production. The Election Commission of India ECI has finalized preparations for upcoming state assembly elections in Maharashtra and Jharkhand, confirming the election dates. In Maharashtra, the elections will take place in single phase on November 20, where voters will elect representatives for all 288 assembly seats. Meanwhile, Jharkhand will conduct its elections in 2 phases on November 13 and November 28, covering 88 assembly seats. Counting of votes for both states is set for November 23rd. Moreover, the ECI has announced by-elections for 48 assembly seats and 1 Lok Sabha seat across 15 states. It may be mentioned that the by-poll for the vacant Wayanad Lok Sabha seat in Kerala, previously contested by Rahul Gandhi, will also be held on November 13. They notified that the last date for online submission for application form for contractual recruitment of different posts in Land Resources Department, formerly Land Revenue Department, will be extended up to midnight of October 22nd. Applicants can visit the portal www.landresourcesmanipur.in to apply. And in some more national news, All Arunachal Pradesh Students Union APSU has accused the Chinese forces have encroached deep into Indian territory in the state's Anjor district, which borders both China and Myanmar. The student body claims the Chinese People's Liberation Army PLA has established camps near 60 kilometers inside Indian territory. Further, stoking fears of escalating border tensions. The situation came into light after APSU recently conducted field survey of forward areas including Ashiliang, Kapapu, Preshu and Hadera Takuru in response to alerts from local farmers. The team reported that Chinese soldiers had set up camps in Hadera Takuru within the Chagalagam revenue circle of Anjo. Biabang Hapo Dui, APSU's finance secretary Biabang Hapo Dui emphasized that local farmers had vacated their lands in Preshu due to the encroachment. Dui added that access to certain areas, particularly beyond Kapapu, has been restricted by the Indian Army, making intervention challenging. APSU has expressed frustration over lack of response from Arunachal Pradesh's 2 MPs despite repeated warnings of Chinese incursions. BJP MP Tapir Gao had earlier raised the issue of Chinese infiltration in various sectors of Arunachal Pradesh, cautioning that the situation could deteriorate if the ongoing border dispute is not resolved swiftly by the central government. Moving on to some sports news, DC Chandal Trophy First Division Football Tournament 2024 and ADC Chandal Trophy Super Division Football League 2024 kicked off today at Ziotlang village in Chandal. The tournament is being organized by District Sports Association DSA Chandal. Acting President of All Manipur Football Association DB Kowar Lamkang graced the opening ceremony of the tournament. United Chandal FC played out a goalless draw against Lambung YCC in the first match of ADC Chandal Cup 2024. Nine players from Manipur have been selected to represent India in the upcoming SAFF Women's Championship 2024, which will be held in Nepal from October 17th to 30. A total of 7 nations will be part of the championship. Goalkeeper Ilambam Panthoi and Maibam Nintungambi, defender Loitombam Ashalata, Hemam Silki, Surokhaibam Ranjana and Wangkim Nintungambi, midfielders Ngangam Bala and Naurem Priyanka, and also forward Dangmai Grace have been selected in the 23-member Indian squad. India will take on Pakistan in the first match on October 17 at Dasarat Rangasala Stadium in Kathmandu. And in some quick weather report, according to ICR Regional Center Lamphel Park, state's maximum temperature was recorded at 28.4 degrees Celsius, while the minimum temperature was 19 degrees Celsius. The maximum relative humidity was measured to be 96% in the morning and 62% in the evening. And that is all we could cover in this bulletin. But before we wrap up, here are the headlines once again. Meeting convened by Ministry of Home Affairs in Delhi for ministers and MLAs of Meitei, Naga and Kuki communities resolves to appeal to all to shun violence and prevent further loss of innocent lives. KNO and UPF support Kuki MLS participation in centre convened meeting but warns against discussions with Meitei MLS without consulting Kuki Zo CSOs. Total shutdown called by various outlawed groups against Manipur's merger with Indian territory on October 15, 1949 affects normal life in state. Meah Chba to be observed on October 17. Only indigenous communities will be allowed to participate, says Meah Chba Thosillup Sanakono. Thank you for watching SKTV News. Don't go anywhere. Coming up next is Primetime Manipuri News with Gentle Kumantem. Stay tuned.
SKTV News की माइक में टोंगान एपिसोड सिंगा मिया में खुदों चरब सिंह पाउदम दुना लागले The Mike Man the Anova series Go to Relief Camps. series asigi episode mathang miyam gidamak nauna puduna luxury lanjana tuna tongan relief camp singda changjafam loduna leiriba miyam ga unaba pafam adugi oriba phibam sing miyam da uhangadawriba new series of The Mic Man go to relief camps every Wednesday at 2 p.m. only on Sktv's News.